Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Asian Psycho, aka Sniper98. So this is the third time I'm going to be recording this particular Wales log for this month, because the first two times I tried, I've discovered that Streamlabs was having a problem with actually recording the video file. Well, I think it has to do something to do with the latest Streamlabs update, I'm pretty sure. Something about the latest Streamlabs update. I'm pretty sure it broke the recording function on it, because before, obviously I didn't really have any problems just recording, but now the issue I have with Streamlabs recording is that now when I record something with it, when I try to pop in the file onto Sony Vegas or into Sony Vegas, for whatever reason Vegas just won't show the video file itself. It'll show the audio, yeah. It'll show the audio file, which is bizarre. Especially considering that I can pull up the original video file itself just on a regular, Windows media player just fine, and it works just fine there. But as soon as I pop it into Sony Vegas, I can't see the video file anymore. So after thinking about what I should do, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I still have regular OBS, and lo and behold, regular OBS still works. At least the recording function of it. Obviously, I'm not going to use it for streaming, so it's like, well, why not just use it as a regular video recorder then? And sure enough, it still works. So Sony Vegas isn't like having a fit over like the video file it produces. Not yet, anyway. We'll see what happens in the future. Especially when OBS is bugging me to, would you like to download the latest version of OBS? And I'm like, nah, I think I'm good for now. Anyways, complaints and video problems aside, let's get into this month's Wales log, shall we? So the highlight character of the last month was Ayaka, obviously. My Ayaka is sitting at 45.5% crit rate and almost 250% crit damage, with a little bit of energy recharge. Ideally, I would have liked this to be maybe at least 30%, because Ayaka has, as you may know, an 80 cost ult. Only having 20% energy recharge is kind of low. I can get by with this because I can play her optimally enough where I can get her to try to, recharge her ult manually, or at the very least give her the help of other teammates who can charge energy for her, right? But I've noticed that on her own, if I just play her in any team naturally, she has a bit of a struggle getting her ult back. So yeah. Ideally, this should be at like 30% for you guys, at least 30% in my opinion, 35%. 40% would be a good place in my opinion, where you don't have to think about like manually charging her ult all the time. But 20% is pretty low. That being said, am I going to sacrifice her crit stats just to get her some better ER? Probably not. Though, as I'll show you in a little bit, when we go over her artifacts actually still do have room for improvement, which is kind of bonkers, but I'll explain as we go. But yeah, these are her stats: level 90 Ayaka, with an R1 level 90 Miss Splitter to go along with her. And yeah, let's go over her artifacts now. So she's running 4-piece Blizzard Stray. This is her cup. Yeah, 2 rolls into the flat defense. It had potential, because the first 3 rolls, this is a 4-line start, I'm pretty sure. First 2 went to crit damage and another one to energy recharge, and the last 2 rolled to flat defense, which sucks. If those had gone to like energy recharge instead, for example, at the very least it would have been godlike. But as it stands, it's just a decent one. Her timepiece was one that I think my Rosaria used to use. So it's a hand-me-down from her. Before I gave Rosaria a better timepiece. So yeah, same thing with her feather. I'm pretty sure feather is also another hand-me-down. This also rolled twice into defense percent this time. So again, you have a situation where it's like, if these rolls had gone into something like energy recharge here, then yeah, maybe I wouldn't have as much ER problems as I am having now with Ayaka. Her flower is interesting. Technically speaking, this flower, she doesn't need this flower, considering she's running 4-piece Blizzard Stray, and I use her in freeze comps, so she's actually over-critting because of this. So I could actually change her flower out for something else. Maybe, for example, something like Kaya's flower, where it actually has some additional crit damage, and more importantly, energy recharge. But for now, I'm going to let her keep this flower and see what I think about it later on. At the very least, it has a little bit of attack percent, but that's pretty copium, not gonna lie. Her crown is godlike too, because this shit rolled everything into crit rate and once into elemental mastery. Again, she doesn't really need this because of the fact that she's running Blizzard Destroyer, and I use her actively in freeze comps anyway. So does she really need this? Maybe actually, yeah. Because what is it? I'm pretty sure if you run a cryo character, 4-piece Blizzard Destroyer, and you run double cryo resonance, and you put them in a freeze team, they can get like 75% base crit just with those with that particular combination all by itself. But you know, having a little bit of extra crit stats to make it 100% isn't so bad either. So I could probably keep like maybe 2 of these pieces that have really good crit stats. Like maybe I could afford. Basically, what I'm saying is I could afford dropping either her flower or her crown and give her something, you know, maybe a little bit more suited to what her stat line would be like. Like maybe, you know, drop this in favor of Chaos Flower, for example. That way she'd get better AG recharge, and she'd get a little bit more crit damage, so on and so forth. So yeah, I do have a couple more flowers, cryo flowers that I could try rolling for, or I could even see if I can replace her feather too, because her feather can use some improvement as well. And I've got plenty of cryo feathers that I can try rolling to see if these ones turn out any better. But yeah, there is, amazingly enough, still room for improvement for Ayaka's artifacts. So I just need to decide on if and when I'll actually get down to actually, you know, try rolling some. Or just go back and farm cryo domain again, see if I can grab another, you know, a better cryo timepiece. But what are the chances of that, right? Imagine getting a timepiece that's actually the main stat, the attack percent main stat in set. Couldn't be me. Anyways, my Ayaka is C4. I split up my rolls for Ayaka in 2 parts. The first time I rolled for C2, and the second time around I rolled for C4. And her talents are at 9, 8, 8. With obviously her C3 improving it to level 11. I will get her talents to level 9 at some point, once I have enough of these books of elegance. And of course enough blood jade branches. Since I only have 2 of these for now, I'll probably get her ult up to level 12 first, and then her skill last. I will most likely be a triple crown candidate at some point once I get enough crowns. So there we go. There's my Ayaka. Kazuha, I haven't touched him much. Well, maybe I don't remember if I talked about getting his talents to levels 8. I'm pretty sure I talked about this last month, maybe not, but just in case I haven't, I did decide to get my Kazuha's his skill and his ult to both level 8. I find him extremely useful, personally speaking, and I think a lot of other people say the same thing as well. What does he need again? He needs these gilded scales. So yeah, had plenty of those gilded scales lying around, so I decided to spend some on his talents. So there you go. He will most likely be level 90, just not soon, but probably at some point. And I'll probably try to get his ult and his skill up to talent level 9, just to complement that. Mona, haven't really touched her much. Jean, I think I have messed with their artifacts a little bit, because I'm pretty sure last Whales Log I talked about my plans to slowly transition my Jean from a pure support base to a more hybrid support base, so she can do damage if I want her to in times of emergency, other than her, you know, her fall damage abuse gimmick. And so I swapped out her attack percent Viridescent Crown to a crit rate one with a little bit of crit damage. Obviously, this could have a lot better substats, but you know, inset problems, as you already know. I was thinking about maybe giving her a Nemo damage bonus cup, but after using her with this and then her new crit rate circlet, a Viridescent circlet, I actually am pretty happy with how she's performing now, because even with attack percent, her normal attacks actually do quite a bit of damage, like 2k average, to 2.5k if she hits her max potential crit damage per swing. I know that's probably not as much as some other like hard dedicated Jean mains, but it's actually fairly high for my tastes. From what I'm used to seeing out of her, so especially because I've been using her for, you know, more support-based roles for most of this time. So I'm actually not in too much of a hurry to try to find her an Nemo damage bonus cup. I'm actually pretty happy with what she's doing right now with just this. And I messed with her attack percent timepiece here. I think it rolled once at the flat attack and the rest of the crit damage. Though I'm pretty sure she got like all low roll fucking crit stats, because those don't look pretty. Those don't look very high for a plus 20 artifact. So probably a lot of low rolls, but hey, at least most of them went to double crit. I don't think I've touched her feather. Yeah, I think her feather's the same. Her feather's actually godlike now that I think about it. And of course, her legendary quintuple ER flower. So yeah, there you go. There you go. I'll talk about this a little bit more when I talk about when I go over my Electro Traveler build. But because of my plans with what I want to do with Electro Traveler, I may in the future give my Jean Primordial Jade Cutter, so that way she can have what is it? She can switch her crit rate into a crit damage one instead, which is perfect because my Ganyu actually has a crit damage viridescent inset inset artifact or circlets, so she could actually, my Jean could actually steal this from her, and I can give Ganyu something else. Hopefully something as good, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, though that being said, I think it will give my Jean some energy recharge problems, because even right now she has 188%, and basically if I want to give her Primordial Jade Cutter instead of Skyward Blade, I'm gonna have to look for a way to replace all this energy recharge that she's gonna be losing. So that might be an issue, but that'll be a problem for later. Mr. Zhongli, I got him to level 90, so as you can see he's level 90 now. And I also got his Staff of Homa to level 90 as well, just like the Staff of Homa that my Hu Tao has. So level 90 character, level 90 weapon. So now his stats look a little bit better. 60, still the same crit rate, but a little bit better crit damage because obviously I level up his Staff of Homa to level 90. So 180% crit damage with a 67% crit rate. So it's sitting good. I also should get his talents to level, his skill and his ult at the very least to level 9 each, because now he's level 90 now, so he has access to his level 9 and 10 talents. Just need to farm these gold talent books on Saturday, I guess. I got a lot of these tusks, so I can easily afford that. What else? Eula, haven't touched her much. Neither did I touch Ganyu. Okay, so Keqing. Now that Nia's come out with the new Mistsplitter sword, I got 2 copies of Mistsplitter, and so now, excuse me, my Keqing actually has one of them. So she also has a level 90 R1 Mistsplitter. So now with it, her stats look something like this: 57% crit rate, which should be 72% thanks to her ult passive, and 234% crit damage with 46% energy recharge, which is excellent. My Keqing recharges her ult like crazy. So yeah. She still has access to her R5 Black Sword because this is basically her sword before Mistsplitter came out. So I can swap between these two, whichever one, for whatever I'm feeling like for the day. So in comparison, just to talk about it a little bit, I feel that Mistsplitter, even at R1, is still should outperform Black Sword as long as it crits. Because if it doesn't crit, R5 Black Sword actually outdamages this sword, just because of the fact that R5 Black Sword, if you guys didn't know already, increases charge attacks and normal attack damage by 40%. That's a big buff, especially for Keqing, because Keqing is all about her charge attacks, and just auto attack, charge attack, auto attack, charge attack. That whole loop. You've seen people do it all the time, or you should have by this point. But yeah. As long as Keqing is critting, she should be doing more damage with Mistsplitter just because of the whole crit damage stat stick thing. However, if she's not, then I would have just been she would be better off just using R5 Black Sword. So it is actually very important for me to pay attention to how I'm playing with Keqing, so that I'm always making sure to crit with her. So with Miss Splitter, basically I need to play around her ult passive, which after using her ult, she gets 15% extra. She gets 15% free crit rate and energy recharge for like 5 or so seconds afterwards. I may also have to consider running her with like maybe someone like Rosaria, because Rosaria can transfer crit rate to other teammates, which is very good. So if I stack that with Keqing's ult passive, then she should be having like what 80 something percent crit rate, like 87% crit rate, which makes her crits obviously a lot more consistent, and she can take advantage of her fat crit damage bonus as much as possible. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Keqing with Miss Splitter, and yeah, it certainly suits her aesthetic because it's an Electro sword and she's Electro herself. So very nice, very nice. I haven't touched her artifacts. She's still running the same two-piece TF two-piece Gladiator, and for her Constellation, I did get spooked by her a few more times, so now she's C5. She is one step away from being my I think my second C6, pretty sure. I think my Pop-Tart is the only C6 5-star I have currently, so Keqing is probably my next closest to that. So once I get another Keqing spook, she'll be at C6. Alright, let's talk Electro Traveler. So, with the release of Inazuma, now we have access to Electro Traveler. Not really much of a point looking at her details because she doesn't have a full artifact set yet. But yeah, after taking a look at her and what Electro Traveler is all about, I am of the opinion that Electro Traveler is an extremely useful, or potentially extremely useful, support character. And obviously we know how strong support characters are in this game. So I intend to switch her off, fully switch her off Geo, and play her as such, as a support Electro like battery. And so I will try, one of these days I'm going to use all the fragile resins that I've saved up so far again, like about 40 something of them, and just dump them all into the new Shimenawa and Energy Emblem, I think it's what it's called, the Emblem Artifact Set domain, and see if I can get a good 4-piece set for who is it? For my Traveler. Assuming that's the proper one that you would want for Electro Traveler. Maybe she actually wants a different artifact set. I'll have to check up on that and see if that's actually the case. But for now, my plans are to degen farm the emblem set domain and see if I can get a lot of good emblem artifacts to give to, you know, Electro Traveler. Not just Electro Traveler too, but a lot of other 4-star supports like Xiangling and Xingqiu and, you know, the rest. So yeah, that's my intention with her. Constellation C3, because I believe this is as far as you can get with her. Maybe you can access C4, maybe, if you can get, I believe it's the statue, to the statue to 7, to like level 7 or something, but I don't think you can do that right now. Once second half of Inazuma unlocks, maybe, but we'll see. And her talents, been working on her talents too. For now, she's gonna stay at level 6 talents because she needs these Dragon Lord's crown. I'm pretty sure someone else wants that right now. Someone that I'm prioritizing, so I'm kind of holding off on giving her the Dragon Lord's crown stuff for now. We'll see if I start getting like a surplus of this, then obviously I'll start giving Electro Traveler the gilded crowns. But for now, she'll stay at level 6 talents. And yeah. So, and because I plan on giving her what is it? The emblem set, and because she's gonna be playing more as a support role. She's gonna be playing more of a support role, and because of the fact that her skill is like a fucking like what's the cooldown on this thing? 13 seconds. It's pretty long. I really want to run her with Sack Sword, so I'll probably give her like Chi-Chi's Sack Sword. I'm pretty sure I should have a lot of extra Sack Swords here. No, I actually don't have a lot of Sack. I actually don't have very many extra sacks. I guess I have 3 more copies. I could probably combine these to R3 and then give that to Chi-Chi, and then give this sword to Electro Traveler or something. Or actually, maybe I could just give this to give the R5 sack sword that Kea has to Electro Traveler and just give him the level 81, because my Traveler is level 90, so it's only fitting that she gets a level 90 sword to go with her, right? Level 90 weapon. So yeah, I'll probably give her Sack Sword instead, and I'll give, like I said earlier when I was talking about Jean, I'll give Jean my Primordial Jade Cutter and see how that goes. And if my Jean doesn't really want the Primordial Jade Cutter because her energy recharge kind of suffers too much from that, and I'll just give it to somebody else. I'm sure somebody else can take it, because why? I'm sure someone can make use of Primordial Jade Cutter. It's a fucking huge ass stat stick with 44% crit rate at level 90. Like, how is that not useful? But in any case, those are my plans with Traveler, with Lumen. Hu Tao haven't changed very much. My Diluc got his ass to level 90 as well. Same thing with Zhongli. So now his, since his Ascension stat is crit rate, now he has a little bit better crit rate with 64.6% with 144% crit damage. So much better stat line in my opinion. And I also got his Wolf's Gravestone also to level 90 to complement that. Excuse me. So yeah. Funny thing with the Diluc is that I think when I was rolling for Ayaka, I think this happened during my first half Ayaka rolls. I'm pretty sure it was either him or Kazuha. I forget when this happened, but like during one of my rolls, one of my roll sessions recently, my Diluc went from C1 to C4 because he couldn't stop spooking me. Like I like no cap. He spooked me 3 times in a single day. All because of the fact that I said, oh, like just before I started rolling that day, I was like, oh, you know, my Diluc's only C1, so I wouldn't mind some Diluc spooks. And sure enough, I got 3 Dilucs in one day. So I guess I'm lucky in a sense. But yeah, he's now C4 for what that's worth. Ningguang, I've been working on. I haven't really touched her much. I'm actually what I think I want to talk about something. Oh yeah, that's right. So back when before Inazuma came out, right? I was lurking on Discord and other places, right? And I was told that if you want to look into like giving your Ningguang like a new artifact set, then you should be. I was told that you should wait until Inazuma came out for the new artifact sets, because apparently there was going to be a new artifact set that would really fit Ningguang's playstyle, or just fit her in general. So, but now that we have them, right, the Shimenawa set and the emblem set, right, I would assume that people would be talking about, like, we're referring to the fact that the Shimenawa set is good for her, I guess. But I don't know, man. The whole thing that the whole artifact set, like the 4-piece artifact bonus thing, is like it takes energy away from your ult. I don't know if I really like that, because especially if you have C6 Ningguang, right? Because C6, if you didn't know, I'm sure you guys know this already, but just in case you don't, C6 Ningguang is probably one of the strongest single constellations in the game, because what this does is it gives Ningguang instant 7 Star Jades. And Ningguang's whole playstyle revolves around her generating these Star Jades and yeeting them at enemies to do bonus damage. Like, in fact, I'm pretty sure her optimal combo, her optimal auto attack combo, is literally you just hit people once with one auto combo and go immediately into a charge attack, because her Star Jades, the Star Jades that she generates by hitting enemies with her auto attacks, are just so strong. Like, her base scaling for her regular auto attacks is super low. Like, most of her damage is actually coming from her Star Jades. So the fact that you're denying her ult actively, right? Because of the 4-piece Shimenawa bonus set, unless it's like not so bad to the point where like Ningguang can actually still generate her ult pretty reliably, even with the whole energy reduction demerit. Unless that's the thing, which I'm not sure if it is. Yeah, the 4-piece Shimenawa set to me feels like a detriment. But I could be wrong. I haven't seen much footage of people using Ningguang with like 4-piece Shimenawa or something like that. So yeah, if it works how I think it does, I actually don't think it's actually good for Ningguang, especially if she's at C6. Like, you're actively nerfing your own C6 Ningguang if you use 4-piece Shimenawa, in my opinion. Again, I could be wrong. Maybe maybe I just haven't done testing, so I wouldn't know. And I certainly haven't seen other people run like a 4-piece Shimenawa C6 Ning, and yeah, that maybe actually is a thing, but just my preliminary thoughts is that she doesn't want to use that because she relies on her ult for the extra for the bonus Starjades. And I don't know if she wants the 4-piece emblem set either, right? Because even though Ningguang does want the energy recharge, right? Because you've heard me talk about like how, oh, I really like my Ningguang, even though her crit stats are kind of trash. The fact that she has 50% energy recharge makes it so that she can literally loop her ult into itself if you play her right. Like if you play the combo right, and that's obviously extremely valuable. So the fact that 4-piece emblem buffs her ult damage is kind of weird, because I'm fairly certain that her Starjades that she gets from her C6 do not count as ult damage. I'm pretty sure they scale with her regular attack scaling, right? And not her ult. So if that's truly the case, which I'm pretty sure it is, it's like, well, then why run 4-piece emblem, right? When the whole point of 4-piece emblem is for that fat ult bonus damage. And Ning can't even use that because her Starjade, which is where she's getting most of her damage, doesn't even benefit from that, because it's not coded as ult damage, right? Just separate Starjade auto attack damage or whatever the fuck. So I guess either there's something that I'm not understanding with the new Inazuma artifact sets, or people have kind of like changed their mind about like Ningguang being compatible with the new artifact sets, because it turns out not to actually be good with her. I don't know. For now, I'll still run her 2-piece Geo and 2-piece Gladiator, so for what that's worth. So yeah. Also, other than all that, I did get her talents to 899. I unfortunately don't have enough prosperity books. Hopefully I'll be able to get more later today once I get some more natural resin, because she's only 4 prosperity books away from having all 9 level 9 talents. So I'll be able to do that. If not today, then obviously next time. Rosaria, haven't touched her much. Diona, she is now level 90, because I got her to level 90, and I got her talents accordingly to level 9, or yeah, to level 9, her skill and her ult. Obviously you don't need to worry about her auto attacks, because why the fuck would you level that? So yeah, considering I'm looking into starting to work on level 90 characters more consistently, and considering the fact that Diona is always going to be useful for Abyss, let's be honest, I was like, well, this is a no-brainer. Why not get my Diona to level 90 and level her talents up a little bit so she's even better now. I will go over artifacts again, because obviously her artifacts aren't the best. Like, for example, like she doesn't really need healing bonus as her mask, though it is nice. It is quite nice, though. I think I will switch this to HP % instead in the future. Just that she scales even better with the HP %. So yeah, maybe change that a little bit. But other than that, she's sitting pretty with level 90 and level 90 sack bow. Yes, I am aware that people usually use Favonius Warbow with Diona, but I'm a bit of a Sackbow fanboy, so there you go. Sackbow for life. Let's see who else. I don't think I've touched Fished. I'm pretty sure I haven't touched Beidou. Yeah, I haven't touched Beidou. Actually, no. I think I have. I think I messed with her artifacts a little bit, I think I sacrificed some of her crit damage for some energy recharge instead. So she charges the ult a little bit better now. I think this energy recharge could be better, but and if I were using like a mainly support based Beidou, then I would definitely consider running her with 4-piece emblem. But I would prefer running her, parry DPS Beidou, parry this casual style Beidou. So I'd rather give her some more DPS oriented artifacts, right? 2-piece Thundering, 2-piece Gladiator, that sort of stuff. Also, why do I keep exiting out of the character screen? So yeah, messed a little bit with Beidou, mainly her artifacts, but that's really about it. Xiangling, I just got her to level 90 just before recording this video. So now she is level 90. Don't ignore her details, because obviously she's missing an artifact here. So yeah, she's level 90, and I got her Scoured Spine which is now her new main weapon, because I rolled Skyward Spine recently. Surprisingly, as a spook weapon. I actually didn't roll Skyward Spine from whatever raid up banner that I had recently. So yeah, got this to level 90 as well. So now I'll work on her artifacts, and I plan on giving her a 4-piece emblem once I start degen farming the emblem and the Shimenawa artifact domain down in Iazuma. So yeah, those are my plans with her artifacts. Hopefully she'll get some good ones. Yeah, C6 and all that. Talents. I should probably get her talents. What does she need again? Diligence. Yes, I'll work on getting her her skill and her ult to high level. Especially because I got tons of these claws. I got 19 fucking claws. Should probably use some of them, right? So yeah. Very good, very good. The reason why I was focusing Xiangling is because there have been quite a few times recently that I thought to myself, man, it would be really nice if I had a pyro support here. And unless you count all the other pyro characters in the game whose definition of support is, well, if I just kill everyone, I'm supporting the team, right? Xiangling is an actual proper. I'm pretty sure she's our only like conventional pyro support in the game. Pretty sure. Because like I said, everyone else's definition of pyro support, quote unquote, is if I just kill everyone, then I'm supporting the team. So yeah, I will definitely be concentrating on getting my Xiangling up to par. Beidou, haven't touched him. I'll probably get his ass to level 90, along with the sword, of course, but not now. Zhao, I do actually want to work on Zhao again. Probably get his talents leveled up at some point, and I give him an actual serious artifact set, 2-piece Gladiator and a 2-piece Viridescent and something like that. Right now his artifacts kind of look like meh. But yeah, at one point I'll probably go back and improve my Zhao. Venti is most likely going to be my next level 90 candidate, just because, again, just like Diona, I always use Venti in Abyss. When do I not? Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably get his ass to level 90 at some point, along with the level 90 stringless. And probably of course get his talents to level 9 each. I've got plenty of these tails, so definitely got the room for that. Chi-Chi, haven't touched her much. Neither did I really touch Pop-Tart. Klee, I've kind of messed around with her a little bit. Kind of for the worst though, because I gave her, because she was using Lost Prayer. Now I gave that to Lisa, which I'll talk about later. But for now, I've given her her own weapon, the Dodoco Tails that we got from the summer event, which is surprisingly enough level 90, because I got that level during the event. And during the event, the welfare books, not just the books, but with the welfare weapons have double XP. So I was like, shit, may as well get it to level 90. So I'll probably get Klee herself to level 90 as well at some point. Unfortunately, because I did give her Dodoco Tails, her crit stats look a lot worse. Now she only has 58% crit rate with a lot worse crit damage. Still similar energy reachers, I think. Though, in my experience, just because Dodoco Tails is a fat stat stick with 55% attack, I was using her because Klee is my go-to DPS whenever I have to farm the Geo Hypostasis, the Geo Cube. And honestly, with level 90 Dodoco Tails, even though her crit stats got considerably worse, like I almost couldn't see a difference between her damage output when she was using Lost Prayer. So I guess it is true what they say about attack percent weapons, that that attack percent stats are one hell of a drug. So, but yeah, and this is with her only running one 2-piece set bonus, right? She doesn't even have 2-piece noblesse like she was using last time. So yeah, still C0 because I forget if Klee had a rerun. She may have had a rerun. I don't remember. She probably did, honestly. And her talents, 888. I'll probably get her all of her talents to level 9 at the very least, once I do get her to level 90. But that'll be for another time. Noelle, haven't touched her much, except for the fact that she's now Friendship 10. Oh, actually, I should probably mention this now, but all my characters in the game are Friendship 10. The 2 exceptions now are Ayaka and Kazuha, and I'm grinding their friendship levels right now anyway. So, but everyone else is friendship level 10. Just so you know. So yeah, haven't touched Noelle, haven't touched Sucrose. Though I do want to get Sucrose a proper inset four-piece Viridescent Elemental Mastery skill, because I gave her Elemental Mastery Cup over to Kazuha so that Kazuha can have the 4-piece Viridescent bonus. So I'll have to farm for an inset Viridescent Elemental Mastery Mask or a cup. Haven't found one though, so I'll get back to you when I do. Changyun, I'll probably work on Changyun at some point just because he's obviously a really good cryo support. Though the fact that I have Rosaria kind of makes him redundant, but I still want to work on him anyway at some point. But I'll get back to you on that one. Too. Kea, again, haven't touched him much. Let's see, Razor, haven't touched him. Lisa, so I want to get Lisa to level 90. I'll probably get her to level 90 after Venti. I want to try giving her a serious build because with Lost Prayer, her stats look like this. 86% crit rate with 160% crit damage. So basically a 1-to-2 ratio with a ton of energy recharge, which is extremely important because I believe Lisa has an 80 cost ult, if I'm not mistaken. Check her talents real quick. Yeah, 80 cost ult. So that 60%, 67 or something percent energy recharge is gonna come in a lot of handy for her specifically, just for that. Talents, I think she's still stuck at level 6 talents, so definitely need to level her talents up. Again, got plenty of Devalon's Claws, so no excuse for me not to. So yeah, get to level 90. Her Lost Prayer is actually already level 90 for some reason, so yeah, she's already basically good to go. Yeah, her artifacts rolled really well, especially this one. Jesus Christ. This is a quad crit rate. Could have been a quintuple crit rate if the last one didn't roll flat attack. But yeah, her artifacts roll extremely well. So I kind of feel compelled to run her actually use her. So yeah, that's my Lisa. Again, with me fucking always closing out of the character screen. Xingqiu. So now that we have the new the new emblem domain, I do want to switch my Xingqiu over to 4-piece emblem. Yep. Switch him over to 4-piece emblem. I think when I do switch him over to 4-piece emblem, I'll actually be able to run him with. I could probably give him energy. I could probably give him Sack Sword. Excuse me. I could probably give him Sack Sword. And I can start running him with, an attack percent timepiece instead of an energy recharge one. So he does even more damage. And of course, get him to level 90 at some point, along with his level 90 Sack Sword, whenever I'll give him that. So yeah. His talents are 6, 9, 6, what is that? 8, 8? 6, 8, 8? Yeah. What does he need again? He needs gold and tails. I'm pretty sure I have tails to spare. 11 tails is quite a lot. So yeah, I'll get him to level 90 and get his talents level up once more to levels 12, 12. At some point. Soon, TM. Haven't touched Barbara, though her swimsuit skin is very cute. I actually still need to give her. I still need to level her timepiece because it's still sitting at +0 for whatever reason. But I'll do that at some point if I remember to level it up. Yanfei, haven't touched her much. I'll probably get her to level 90 at some point. What does she need again? She needs Blood Jade Branch. I won't be leveling talents anytime soon though, because I think Ayaka needs those branches. But I'll come back to Yanfei at some point, and I'll level up more. Haven't touched Xinyan. Haven't touched my Bennett either, though I will probably get him to level 90 as well. Just like the rest of my Abyss mains. And just like my plans for Diona, I'll probably get his, let's get him a better mask. Or a more relevant mask, like an HP-based mask or something like that. I think I actually like Bennett with an energy recharge timepiece because that way he charges the ult like super fast. So I actually really like energy recharge on him. Energy recharge timepiece on him though. That being said, he does have Favonius Sword. I think if I give him Sack Sword instead, which is kind of funny, he'll be able to. I actually think I could get away with not having to run him with the energy recharge and just stack HP percent the entire way through. But for now, I'm still really happy with what he's got. But I do plan on screwing around with his kit a little bit and see how he performs with the sack sword and what is it? Sack sword and like an HP based timepiece or something like that. So we'll see how that goes. And Amber haven't really touched her. So there you go. Inazuma progress, or just map progress in general. Since I'm going to talk about it, talk about my Inazuma progress. Bright Crown Mountains is still only 98%, probably missing like one thing from it. Starfell Valley is at 94%. Apparently, you can't actually 100% Starfell Valley yet because it's like a bug or something. So mine is 94. I think I've seen people at 96. So clearly, there's still something that I'm missing here. So maybe run around and try to find that, whatever it is. Bishui Plain is 99%, so obviously I'm missing one thing from here, unless again it's like bugged for whatever reason. I don't think it is though. I think I've seen people with 100% Bishui Plain, so I'm gonna believe that I'm still missing something from here. Sea of Clouds 96%. Inazuma got 100% on Yashiori Island, though to be fair, I think it's pretty easy to 100% Yashiori Island. I think most people already have it 100%. Kanazuka, it's only at 84 because I have yet to explore the Mikage Furnace area properly. I only recently got the Tatara Tales done, so yeah, I still need to explore the Mikage Furnace area properly, like I just said. And what is it? Narukami Island, not 96%. And last but not least, just to go up this a little bit. Let's see here. I am now fully prepped for Yoimiya and Sayu. Yoimiya especially because I got all of her mats to get her to level 90 instantly. Got her gems 1996 and then 46 of the smoldering pearls, which is exactly what you need for level 90 Yoimiya. What else? I should have all of her Naku weeds as well. Where are they again? Down here, right? Yeah. So she needs like 163, 165 Naku weeds. So prep for that. I've also prepped for Sayu. Sayu also needs Crystal Marrow. I only plan on getting her to level 80. I'm not going to rush level 90 for her, so she doesn't need that many Crystal Marrow. If it did, then she'd probably need the same number of Crystal Marrow as Naku weeds, right? I think around 163, 165. But at only level 80, you only need like, what, 90, 100 of them? So, got plenty of Crystal Marrows. Got the Marionette cores for her as well. Where are they again? They're there. Excuse me. And then, of course, the gems for her as well. So, yeah. I think I also need to pre-farm for the new bow. The Thundering Pulse bow. That'll release with Yoimiya, probably. So I'll pre-farm for that at some point. Sometime soon. So yeah, other than that, I think that's about it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this video records properly, and I don't need to do this a fourth time. But yeah, that'll be it for me. Thanks for watching guys, and see you guys next month. Bye. Peace.